If you only list your vacation home on Airbnb,
Halloween sun seekers, time to trick or treat and hit the beach.
Happy Halloween, Sunseekers. I promised you some scary stuff today, not for the faint of heart. As we get going on a October the 31st, happy Halloween. Wherever you're peering in from, welcome into a very spooky beach bunker on this October the 31st.
Halloween sun seekers, time to trick or treat and hit the beach.
We got all kinds of scary fun planned for you today.
Sun seekers, time to trick or treat and hit the beach.
Come on, Sunseekers, let's go. Let's get the costumes on and get the candy out and get ready to rock and roll. But today, it's going to be a little on the spooky side, a little scarier than what we had last year on the show. Because we've got some folks from our community right here who've seen ghosts, who've seen spirits, and we got some video proof. Viewer discretion is advised for the next 2 hours. You watch, you listen at your own device, because what you're about to see is very real, and what you're about to hear is very, very scary. And it's going to be quite local as well. This is stuff from right here in our area. As a matter of fact, I had a Sunseeker reach out with a video. She was making fun of her husband because he snores too much. And so she decided that she was going to make a little video of him snoring so that she could show it to him. And in that video is a very disturbing little piece of video. It is what appears to be some kind of extraterrestrial, spirit-like light moving around, and it's accompanied by a pretty crazy wild noise. And I've asked her to explain. We also we're going to talk about some of the places that are just too scary to go to. We're going to also connect with a couple of experts, actually. We're hoping to connect with Matthew Comas, who is part of the Winnipeg Ghost Walk. They do this actually throughout the year, not just at Halloween. On the Winnipeg Ghost Walk, they go to all the eerie spots in the city, and apparently there is quite a few haunted spots in there. And by the way, I am dressed up as Tom Selleck of Magnum PI. I even did my hair slightly different. I'm wild. I'm wacky. There's only so much I can do with these headphones. I kind of invested all my costume budget in the decorations, and you're about to see some of the stuff that we've put on the show today. So Matthew, we're hoping to connect with Matthew and Carolyn Weiss, who is with the Friends of Lower Fort Garry. Now, had I known this when I was in school, and they used to take school field trips of Lower Fort Garry, apparently this place is uber haunted. Ho ho! And so we've got some stories coming there. Also, Carol, Tina, we may even have a psychic join us. Amy from Regenesis may join the show. We're going to talk Ouija boards. We're going to talk ghosts. And if you've got stuff to share, get ready. Because we've got 2 hours of pure, terrifying horror. Horror. On our show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. The food is Halloween candy. The fun places is Transylvania. That's our fun place. And the mayhem. I've got the mustache, Cindy. I'm just having a hard time growing it. I'll have to draw it on with a marker a little bit later. The mayhem is what you're about to hear, what you are about to see is very real. If you have small children, in fact, if you have a weak stomach, you should not listen or watch to the show today. You should not be a part of this show if you have a tough time sleeping, because it is going to scare everything out of you. This is going to be the scariest show you have ever seen in your life. So you've been warned. I have been asked by our lawyers to legally read that disclaimer so that I am not on the hook for any potential side effects, health effects that may occur on today's show. Now, okay, quit yakking, Tyler. Get to the weather. What's it going to be like when the kids go trick-or-treating? Your weather and road update on this Halloween is brought to you by westmanshuttle.com. Your first-class ride from Brandon to Winnipeg is on westmanshuttle.com. Call 204-730-2333. Look at that radar. That is a beautiful Halloween radar right there. There is nothing on it, and that means no precipitation, which means we're going to have smooth sailing. No snow. A snowless Halloween. How nice is that? And your Halloween forecast, it's going in the ticker here at the bottom of your screen. Cloudy and +6 at 4 o'clock. 6 p.m. it'll dip to +4, and 8 p.m. +1. So the good news for trick-or-treaters is it will be above the freezing mark for the duration of your trick-or-treating, at least in the Brandon region today. So that's some good news. 8 for Friday, Saturday sunshine, and 10 degrees. It's going to be a beautiful day on Saturday. And next week, the bottom falls out. It gets very scary on Wednesday with a high of just 2 degrees. So here's how our Halloween is shaping up across North America. Not much change from yesterday, although that cold has spread. It was Saskatchewan, Montana, Colorado, Wyoming, and areas west that were frosty. Now it's basically half the continent from the U.S. Central Plains all the way to the west. It is cold. It's frosty. -3 is where we start. Bit of a wind chill. With our wind chill, feels like -4. Beach break today, we're going to Jekyll Island, Georgia. How fitting is that? Are you scared? Do you scare easily? I hope so. All right. Let's see who we've got to say good morning to. Good morning. Good morning, and welcome aboard. Happy Halloween, and welcome aboard, Sunseekers. Welcome into a haunted beach bunker for this October the 31st. We're live streaming on all platforms. We do this Each and every weekday, I know we're going to have a lot of lurkers peering in today from all corners of the internet that want to see what's going on in the beach bunker. We are here each and every weekday from 7 till 9 Central Time, and we are live on all platforms for the first hour. The second hour is exclusively for our friends on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show for hour 2. I think we're going to do the whole 2 hours on all platforms today. We'll maybe cross that bridge when we get to. We'll see how many guests we're able to get on in the first hour. I fear I've bit off a little bit more than I can chew today, which is rare. I usually can chew everything. I'm a big guy. Yes, there's no secret there. But we've got a lot of people we want to get on the show today because there is a lot of spooky stuff to talk about. A lot of ghosts, a lot of spirits, a lot of disruption in the alternate universe going on right now. There's too much stress. There's too much drama. The spirits are not happy, and they are out to play on this Halloween. So hopefully we can get everybody on. So we'll see how fast hour 1 goes. But regardless, happy Halloween. Please be safe, okay? Watch out for the little ones. And I want to talk to you drivers, okay? Guys, you know what? Today's the day. Just take her slow. Please, you're going to get to where you need to go. Watch out for the little guys running around because they're not paying attention. They don't care. They're going everywhere. They're going this way and that way, and you know, they just 6 ways from Sunday. They really don't care. They are not paying attention, and that could be problematic. So please be very, very careful when you're out and about on city streets today. Okay. Let's get to it. See who we've got to say good morning to because we got lots of people, and I'm going to go real fast because we have a ton of lurkers. It's a special day. It's a special show, so lots of people piling in. We got Polar Bear and Tasha in here getting those kids ready for their trick-or-treating with MJ and Road Reverend all on Twitch early this morning. Thanks for being here, guys. Tried to freak you out a little bit. Didn't work. I was posting things like blood. There's so much blood. So much blood everywhere. I even got some spooky music. Where's my... Got to get this stuff ready. There's so much blood. Somebody help me. There's so much blood everywhere. What is happening here? What is happening? There's blood everywhere. What should I do? I don't know how to handle this. I'm just not prepared. I've never seen so much red in my life. I'll forget it. My sister just... it was a ketchup bottle. A ketchup bottle burst. It's one of those squeezables. No, it's okay. It's not blood. It's not blood. It's a squeezable ketchup. False alarm. False alarm. Squeezable ketchup bottle. Quentin is here on Twitch. Zumba Bernice is home. We're going to call Zumba Bernice tomorrow because she is home from her world travels through Europe. Those who watch the show regularly know that we need to catch up with Zumba Bernice. We're going to do that tomorrow, Zumba Bernice, so be by your phone, okay? Alicia's here with the kids. I bet you guys have fun trick-or-treating tonight, Alicia and the kids. On Twitch, Cindy is here too. Cheryl, Amanda Duchek is here too. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. On TikTok, we got a big crowd over there today. Rami is here. We've also got Rich and Michael. Julie is here. Robert is here too. Eileen59. Gary McIntosh is here too. Steve Albertson. Angie Lynn, good morning and happy Halloween. All these on TikTok. Marty is here too. Frank and Maria and Mark and Lorianne and Len and Janine on Facebook. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Lindy is here. Oh, I like the new color, Lindy. That is really nice. Easier to read on me this way. I'll never forget you. Lindy on Twitch. I never would anyway. It's just my eyesight. My eyesight is getting old. Alexandra is on Twitch. Hi, Alex. Good to see you. Happy Halloween. And so is Marie. We have... Quinn spilled his coffee. You like that? Oh, I'm glad I scared somebody. I'm surprised you hadn't heard one. I'm glad it was a quick car ride with that scare at the start. Because that was making the rounds from a few years ago. Nick is here on Facebook. Nick is here. Happy Halloween. Angela Damaris is here too. Good morning, KDD4380. I need the mustache to go along this. Okay, so Trace, you know what? I'm coming up for a coffee refill on my beach break. We have to come up with a mustache. I gave some. Look at this. I'm Tom Selleck. I got everything but the stash. It was the day that Tom decided he was going to shave. Richard is here too on Facebook. Good morning, Richard. Mavis is here. Sherry is here on Facebook. Good morning to you and happy Halloween. Marty is here on TikTok, as well as Adrian. Good morning, happy Halloween. Ashley Ritchie's here on Facebook. I thought Tyler would have a costume on this. I'm Tom Selleck. I will get a mustache. I'll get a mustache. Oh my gosh. Gwen is here too on Facebook, and Roseanne and Liz is here too. Thank you guys. Let's get right to good thing because we got a busy morning unfolding of scariness. Real quick, let's get to good thing, and then we're going to get to some of the most haunted places in Manitoba. Some of the scariest ghost stories ever told in Manitoba. We're going to see exactly how spooky we can make the show today. Good morning to Darren King on TikTok and Bobby Joe and Jim Allen too. Hi, Jim. Happy Halloween. Now, again, we got a lot of lurkers today, so if this is your first time on the show, we like to start with a little bit of positivity, so just let it rip today. I think we might be short on mailbox stuff. We might have to save that, our DMs, just because we got to get to so much stuff this morning on the show, so just quickly let it fly. GT, something great that happened to you yesterday. Yesterday's good thing. What happened to you yesterday? You finally have a good stock of Halloween treats, even though you got into them early? Is that your good thing? Oh, the popcorn balls. That's one of my good things from yesterday. I was introduced to popcorn balls, and then Cindy, she sent me a video of her making popcorn balls like in real time. Popcorn balls going to be the new thing. I am new to the popcorn balls for Halloween. So this is going to be I'm a first timer. Tyson is here on TikTok. Everybody say good morning. Happy Halloween, Tyson. Nick had a really good thing. He got a plaque at work for 10 years of service. Yeah, 10 years of service. Very good. Good job. Oh, Cheryl got cookies yesterday at the office. That is very good. That is very good. That is very good. Well, I had a good thing happen to me yesterday. I got the results of a medical test, and it's fitting that it's happening at Halloween. I've been having some tummy troubles, so they've been doing some tests. And I got good news yesterday that they thought there for a minute that I might be celiac. And so they had to put me through all the tests, like the battery of tests. They're like, okay, you got these, and it's not serious tummy trouble, but, on and off again, I'll eat one of those 12-stack hamburgers and wonder why my tummy is a little not working as good as it should. So I went for the test. This is weeks and months ago, got the results yesterday. I'm in the clear. No celiac for this guy. Oh, my God. And I feel bad for those that have it because I've had to live the celiac lifestyle for a while. I've had to be very cautious with wheat, and I had to read lots of labels, and not fun. It's not fun. I just have a deep appreciation for those who have that disease because so much of our stuff has wheat. And to be quite honest, I'm just gonna be reading more labels going forward. I think I got to learn from this. You got to watch what they're putting in our food. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I cured it with cowbell. Okay, so what other good stuff? I'm going to be eating some I'm telling you, you know what gluten I want tonight? Kit Kat and Coffee Crisp. Thank God they're my favorites. I was crying. I'm like, I don't know what am I going to do for Halloween? I love these damn Kit Kats and Coffee Crisps. Thanks, Roseanne. Nice to see you pop up on Facebook this morning. Loaded in. Tomorrow's going to be a candy hangover kind of day. Hey, a quick reminder, you guys, that one of our sponsors is Sunrise Credit Union, and today is the deadline day for the Building Communities Grant Fall Intake. We've been talking about this for weeks. Now, if you have got a special project that is underway in the area, and you would like to have a little bit of help with that. Sunrise Credit Union could jump up and help you with the Building Communities Grant Program. They're focusing on the needs of members, staff, and communities. It's about growing the social and environmental performance and their fiscal responsibility. To apply or to learn more about the grant program, simply click on sunrisecu.mb.ca. Again, that is Sunrise Credit Union Building Communities Grant Program. The fall intake is at the end of business day today. Sunrise Credit Union, title sponsors of the Canadian Volleyball Championships coming to Brandon University in 2025. That's a good thing, too. That is awesome. Last-minute treats. If you need some coffee crisps, Kit Kat bars. Let's be honest. Maybe you live with someone who is saying hands off. Are you living with somebody that's slapping your hand and saying, get your hands out of the treat bin? None for you. Maybe your blood sugar's too high. Maybe you're just making sure that you've got enough for the kids. Then I want you to do this. Get in your car and drive to your nearest co-op, because they've got super big candy bars for those who want to make sure they get some in them, and it's not all for the kids. Co-ops of Westman can help you with all your last-minute Halloween treats, because they've got it all. They've got the candy bars. They've got the Skittles. They've got all the good candies and even some of the bad candies, but they've got all of it for you. And, of course, some quick and easy into the air fryer pizzas or pizza pops or whatever it is to get you out and trick-or-treating as quickly as possible. So make a pit stop at your local co-ops of Westman to get your Halloween underway today. At Heritage, Pembina, Twin Valley, Valley View, Boundary, Neepawa, Gladstone Co-op, and Hamiota Co-op, too. And happy Halloween to our friends at the Elkhorn Resort and Clarkson Nordic Spa. Elkhorn Resort, your costume is beautiful. You look just like a Nordic spa, all complete with the accent, complete with the mist coming off that incredibly hot water waiting for you to take a dip inside. Oh, man. That is that costume. They win the award for most expensive costume. It's tens of millions of dollars to put in that Nordic spa, but you look fantastic, and chances are they will continue to wear that costume through the year. If you've never been to the Elkhorn Resort at Clear Lake, they got this beautiful Clarkson Nordic Spa. You've got to check it out. Multiple pools, hot and cool pools. It is luxurious relaxation for you, your coworkers, family members. Great Christmas gift idea is a gift card, too, to the Elkhorn Resort and Clarkson Nordic Spa. That's at beautiful Riding Mountain National Park, Clear Lake. Check it out, elkhornresort.mb.ca. Looking good in that Nordic Spa outfit. I haven't tried the Kit Kat with ketchup. I think tonight's the night. I will have both. I am free and clear to do that, so I think I'm going to do that. Borrowed Bean, GT, my husband held up his end of the marriage agreement. Oh, I was thinking there he held up a bank. I was thinking, as soon as I'm reading, he held up something. He held up a bank? What?
He left the house. He didn't wear his Halloween mask, and he forgot he had it on. And he walked into the bank, and he forgot he had his Halloween mask on, and they just started handing him money.
Uh-oh. Cops is looking. No, I'm kidding. Borrowed Bean. GT, my husband held up his end of the marriage agreement, and he serviced my car, including putting on the winter tires. Yeah, I got the winter tires on. Good job, good job, good job. Yeah, that's what I'm handing out for treats tonight, says Zumba Bernice. You're handing out winter tires? Zumba Bernice is handing out winter tires to the trick-or-treaters. How is that even possible? And what are you dressed up as? Oh, hang on a second. What kind of car do you drive? Do you know the dimensions? Oh, okay. It's all right. I'll get Mr. Zumba Bernice to grab one of those bigger tires for you. We're handing out winter tires to all the trick-or-treaters. Winter tires? Oh, packets of ketchup. Okay, packets of ketchup. Boy, the glow on this monitor really kind of messes up the lighting, doesn't it? We need to get that dark again. Okay, so we're going to get into it. We have got a lot planned for you today, guys. If you are just coming into the show, we really want to know today, have you ever seen a ghost? Have you ever been at somebody's house? You maybe spent the night. You've done, oh my God, look at this guy. It's Jason Myers, Freddy Krueger.
Cha, 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 cha. Ka, 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 ka. Cha, 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 cha.
Is that a plastic pumpkin? Where did you get that? I need to get one of those. I am tired of carving pumpkins. I don't mean to be a boo-hooer, but that's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. Oh, the kids are looking good. They're ready to go. All right, you guys are ready to roll. Let's get this show on the road. Happy Halloween. Let's get going. Those pumpkins look good. Now, let Uncle Ty guess what each one is. Well, on the far right is Donald Trump because he looks really angry. Then the next one over is Kamala Harris. She's the tiny one there because I can't understand what she's saying. And then next over is Justin because he's got beady little eyes and he can't see his own backside, actually. So that would make sense. And then the one at the far left, that is the one I love the most. That is the rendition of Uncle Ty as Magnum P.I. I get it. You guys are artistes. Dun 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 Magnum P.I. I look just like Tom Selleck, don't I? Without the mustache. I'm working on it. I'm going for a Sharpie. Oh, we're doing a pumpkin parade now. Oh my gosh, look at Greg's. What the hell? The hell is coming out of your pumpkin, Greg? Your pumpkin has got gastric reflux disease. He's been having too much of Uncle Ty's hot sauce. Look at Greg's pumpkin. That is fantastic. I picked up one like this too. I got mine at Delta 9. Hey, how come I ate all my own candy? You could dress this guy up like Bob Marley. Hey, man. Happy Halloween, man. Happy Halloween, man. A little bit of smoke, man. Oh, we're doing oh, wow. This one's cool. This is cool. This is, you know what? It's the Menendez brothers. It's the Menendez brothers pumpkin. They've been waiting there a long time. I like this one. Wow. That's great, guys. All right. We're going to get to ghosts. Ghosts, everywhere ghosts. And we're going to keep, thanks for sharing, Greg, and we're going to keep an eye on you. Look at this. That's a great idea. I'm stealing that one. Cut a big hole and then, just make a big eye. That is I love this one. That's my kind of pumpkin. Nice and easy. Okay. Who is ready for a Halloween dance party? I am. Let's go. We're going to Jekyll Island, Georgia for our beach breaks today. It makes perfect sense. Remember Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Oh, although it's not entirely scary. It's a pretty place, but you get the point. Let's do it. It's time for a beach break, Halloween style.
Monsters rising, feel the beat. Shady corners, creepy feet. Daylight gone, it's time to play. Voodoo together, night and day. Zombies grooving, mommy spin. Witches laughing, join the din. Vampire dancing, parties on. Till the dawn, we rock the lawn. Zombies grooving, mommy spin. Witches laughing, join the din. Vampires dancing, parties on. Till the dawn, we rock the lawn. Monster dance, come alive. Feel the rhythm, take the dive. Sun seekers in disguise. Halloween, we rise. Spooky shadows take the floor. Ghouls and goblins asking more. pumpkin heads do the twist. Skeletons don't resist. Rats are flying, ghosts too. Underneath the glowing moon. Freaky moves all around. Party, feel the sound. Monster dance, come alive. Feel the rhythm, take the dive. Sign seekers in disguise. Halloween, we rise.
It's just a thriller. It's just a thriller night. Oh, it's just a thriller. It's just a thriller night. That is Jekyll Beach in Florida. It's supposed to be spooky, but the sun can only be so spooky. But it is got a spooky name, Jekyll Beach does. Yes, and it was spooky when we set it up this morning. It's nice and dark, but now the waves are coming in, and you know what? That's just the show. It's about beach time. It's about having fun, and I hope that you have a great Halloween. Happy Halloween, Sunseekers. Ghost stories straight ahead from right here in our own backyard. But first, let's take a look outside and see how things are looking as far as our forecast goes for our trick-or-treaters. And things are looking pretty darn good, actually. Your weather and road update is brought to you by westmanshuttle.com. Your first-class ride from Brandon to Winnipeg is on westmanshuttle.com. Call 204-730-2333. Now, we're expecting a high of 6 degrees, so as the kids start to trick-or-treat around 4 o'clock this afternoon, we expect 6 to be, that's above normal for this time of year. Our normal's now 4, so that's pretty good. We expect an overnight low tonight of -1, so it won't get any colder than, that freezing mark. So we expect it to be around +1 as trick-or-treaters wrap up tonight. So one of the better Halloweens for our area. There's no two ways about it because there's no snow on the ground, and that is going to make it a bit warmer. Now, we still are expecting some rain on the weekend. That's on Sunday, but a beautiful Saturday, sunshine and 10, which is way above normal for this time of year. How is everybody else's trick-or-treating going to shape up tonight? Well, here's a look at the morning temperatures across North America. So the warmest Halloweens are going to be in Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, and actually the eastern seaboard is going to get a nice Halloween. It's nice and warm in the Carolinas up to the east, even eastern Canada, Nova Scotia, Maine, they're going to have a nice warm Halloween. But most of Canada this morning is blue. It is on the cool side. And it really just depends if there's snow on the ground as to how cold it's going to be for you tonight. And there you have it. Back into the beach bunker. I'm Tyler Glen, and I am about to scare you with ghosts. Are ghosts real? We have believers. We've got non-believers. I had a post that I had put on my social media pages earlier this week asking whether or not you believed in ghosts. Are ghosts real? So many people have seen them, and locally, we've seen quite a few. We'll get to those in just a second.
'Tis the season for goblins, ghouls, and ghosts. From cheerful spirits, like in the film Casper the Friendly Ghost, to the more menacing kind, like the Slimer in Ghostbusters.
He slimed me.
But for some, haunting apparitions aren't just part of Halloween.
I just thought people would probably think I'm having a nervous breakdown.
In a tiny village in England, in a 300-year-old cottage, Jenny Parker found herself tormented by terrible visions while she slept.
I woke up and I couldn't move. I was absolutely frozen, petrified out of my life. I could see 3 or 4 little creatures. I couldn't see their features. They were horrible.
Now, new research is helping to explain why.
It's not a ghost, it's not a monster, it's not a demon. It can sometimes be this thing called sleep paralysis.
Professors Alice Gregory
Oh,
and Chris
come
French
on now.
are
They're
real-life
no.
Ghostbusters. They say many perceived hauntings are actually due to a common brain glitch during our REM sleep cycle.
Sleep paralysis involves you being totally paralyzed and unable to speak.
It's often accompanied by hallucinations and a feeling of pressure, like someone or something is sitting on your chest, a phenomenon depicted by artists going back centuries.
Okay, yeah, but what if you're awake? That makes sense if you're in the middle of like a nasty dream and then all of a sudden you feel like somebody is watching me. But what about if you're awake? And Carol was awake. Carol is in Western Manitoba, and she has a spooky video I'm going to play for you, but I do have to advise you that this is some pretty spooky stuff. Carol sent me this video. First off, let's get to some of the comments from people who were asked about ghosts being real in our area. Janine and Cindy said, yes, ghosts are real. Cindy said there's one at the Dauphin Hospital. There's a ghost at the Dauphin Hospital, apparently. And it's a little girl. A few people have seen this one. Julie says, ghosts are real. I see them all the time. Anne says, spirits and ghosts are definitely very, very real. I see them and feel them all the time. Melise said, on my Facebook page, she is from right here in our area. She said, I had brain surgery and now I see spirits. Now, some people who are joking around might say, well, yeah, that's what happens after brain surgery. I tend to believe that the brain is a receptacle of all things stimuli. It got tweaked, it got recalibrated, and now she's able to see the spirits. Michelle says definitely. Viv says definitely. I've experienced it. Tina says, and Tina may join us later on the show, I seen a little girl walk up the stairs to my bedroom when I lived on First Street in Brandon. A friend lived in the same apartment before me and experienced paranormal activity as well. Holly has got some she didn't really want to get too deep into, but her situation is spooky. She says, I have been seeing what I call shadow people since I was 11 years old. I could elaborate, but the post would take too long. Shadow people follow everywhere. Some of the sun seekers are starting to weigh in. I'm going to try and give a call to one of our witnesses. Carol is going to get a call here in just a second. Carol, if you are just lurking in on the show, we're going to call you in just a second to talk more about this amazing video. If you do have some ghost encounters to share, put them in chat right now. We'll get to them. I'm going to shut this music off, and then what we're going to do is we're going to play Carol's video. Okay, so this my heart's racing right now. This is spooky. So here's how the story goes. Carol is tired of her husband snoring all the time. They are in a hotel room, and she wants to catch her husband snoring, and then she's going to play it back for him so that she can say, hey, listen, you sound like a damn chainsaw. And this is from someone in our area who reached out to me and said, Tyler, you have got to see this. And what we are about to play is real. Undoctored. This was something that was recorded on her phone. It was recorded on her phone, and is, to our knowledge, actual footage. Carol, I hope you are still around. We're going to talk to you about this in just a second. I'm going to crank up the audio on this so that we can make sure that we hear exactly what it is that we're. And you may even hear Carol's husband snoring a little bit. Don't worry, that's not the ghost. Here we go. Do you see it? Do you see the white lights? And it's like when he's snoring. It's almost like the lights get scared and they move faster. Now, is it light hitting dust that's floating around? Is he snoring so hard? He's creating his own weather system? Look at these little balls floating around. Okay, this is really weird. They're changing direction. I hope you can see it. I can see it on my monitor. I got a big monitor here, but I can see these things. I hope you can see it too. Wow. And for the record, Mr. Carroll is not snoring that loud. I don't think he's too loud. I don't know what you're, all fussed up about the snoring, but I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Carol and get her thoughts on what it is that she saw and see what she has got to say about this. Hopefully Carol is still available. I told her I would call her just after 7 o'clock. Oh. Carol. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Carol. It's us. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Her husband's name is Colin. Trying to record Colin snoring. I wanted him to hear the noise he was making. He finally made it out of bed and went to walk the dog that morning. I was in the room by myself. And these little dots are pretty amazing. Oh, I think she's there now. That sometimes happens. Here we go. Hi, Carol.
Hey.
Thank you for sending me your video.
You're welcome.
Okay, so walk us through again. Where you're in a hotel here, right?
Yes.
And so, I'm gonna shut the volume off. We're gonna watch it while you're explaining it to us. So you're in a hotel, and I guess your husband's name is Colin, and he's going onto the bus because apparently he snores quite bad, doesn't he?
Yes.
Okay, and so what were you trying to do?
I was trying to explain to him, this is what you sound like. So, I had no idea that I was filming orbs. So, kind of, let it go and And I tried laying there, and I filmed him again. And so this was about the third time I said to myself, I'm going to play this back. And so I played it back, and I thought this little orb going through there. And I thought, well, what is that? So I played it back, and that is what I got. And he'd already gone to take the dog for a walk and grab coffee. So I was the only one in the room. So the noise that you're hearing in the room, he wasn't in the room. So that is even more freakier. So happy Halloween, guys.
Oh my gosh. And I'm trying to pause it right as the orbs are on the screen. And what do you think it is, Carol?
To me, being Indigenous, to me, it was my ancestors. I reached a point in my life where I needed some energy, some affirmations, that I was placed on this earth for some great reasons. And let me tell you, after I felt that, I've been on an energy high. I've been it was a gratification for my ancestors.
And have you showed this video to a lot of friends? Did you post it? Am I one of the only
Yes.
people that have seen it? Or what has been the reaction to it?
The reaction is, oh my. That's all they
Oh,
can
there
say
it is. There it is. Oh my
my.
God. There it is. There it is. Some of them are really profound
Yes.
and they're moving at different speeds.
They're different speeds. And there's another one that I have where the orbs they're just like gravitating towards me. You know what I mean? They're I as you notice, the orbs are going towards me, right? So they weren't going the other direction, and you know what I mean? So like I said, I need to say that it didn't scare me, I just felt very, very honored.
That is very well, Carol. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
You're very welcome. Happy Halloween.
I really appreciate it. Happy Halloween. And did you get that red top ironed? I noticed it sitting on your ironing board.
I got it ironed.
Okay, good. I just had to check. Carol, Thank you so much. You're a gem. I appreciate you sharing that. You have a wonderful Halloween, okay?
Yeah, you too, Tyler.
Okay,
Bye.
take care. Bye, Carol. That is great. That is Carol and Colin. And started out as a video about the noise involving snoring. And she caught the orbs. She caught the orbs. And it's not the only ghost story we have got this morning. Quentin had night terrors Quentin doesn't believe. But you know what? I appreciate you, pal. I mean, it kind of got the ball rolling for this whole thing. It's pretty crazy how many people have reached out to say that they believe in ghosts and have stories to share about ghosts. It's pretty wild. It's pretty intense. Hey, if by chance you can still get your hands on one of these babies, look at this. The Tim Hortons Timbit Bucket, the Halloween edition. They are so popular. Good luck. Ask about them. They may have some left. They come with Timbits in them, but obviously today is the last day. Our friends at Tim Hortons, and I thank Greg for my Timbit Bucket added to our Halloween set this year. You've always got time for Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba, sponsors of the Tyler Glen Show. And don't forget that coming up on November the 1st, they have, well, actually, it's begun already, not November the 1st, but the month of November starts tomorrow, and it's going to be a busy month over at Tim Hortons between hockey card trading nights. Again, they've got 2 planned for Brandon and 2 planned for Dauphin. They will be happening in the month of November, November 7th and 14th between 6 and 8 p.m. Free to attend. Just bring your trading cards and get ready to trade. Free samples, free draws, giveaways, special guests, and more. And the holiday Smile Cookies return on November the 18th. And you can order those. You can pre-order those Smile Cookies at timhortonswestman.ca. Again, timhortonswestman.ca. And we'll see you at the trading card night November the 7th. Going to go and check out the situation, visit with some kids, and see who the top players are for trading cards. Tim Hortons, Westman, an area with 10 locations to serve you in Brandon, Virden, Neepawa, Dauphin, and Moosomin. Happy Halloween from everyone at Tim Hortons. Also, happy Halloween from your friends at Leon's Furniture Superstore, where you can save the tax. Time is running out. It is no trick only treats at Leon's Furniture Superstore. Save the tax, even on sale prices on select furniture, mattresses, and three-piece major appliance packages. A nice new couch, love seat, new bed. Maybe it's your lumpy, bumpy bed that's keeping you up at night, not the ghosts and goblins. So maybe go on over and get yourself a new bed at Leon's Furniture Superstore. Again, you can pick one out at leons.ca and then go shopping for one at 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon, Leon's Furniture Superstore, where you can save the tax. And happy Halloween from our friends at Eplaw Office. They've got your legal needs covered if you're buying or selling a haunted house. They'll take care of it for you. It's good to have a good lawyer. Can I speak with my lawyer, please? I think I've bought a haunted house. You want to have a good lawyer in your corner, and Eplaw Office is that lawyer. For real estate, corporate law, for wills and estates. Building lasting relationships one case at a time. Go see our friends at Eplaw Office, and I did see on her social media page, they've got a big bowl of candy there. Lollipops, apparently. Ready to rock and roll. Eplaw Office, happy Halloween, 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC on 18th Street. Okay, that was awesome to speak with Carol. Another person that we'd like to speak with this morning, we're going to see if we can get her on the line, is Amy from Regenesis Readings. Now, I have never spoken with Amy before, but I'm curious to get her take on it. Obviously, as somebody who, for a living, or at least as somebody who does make money in the realm of spirits and stuff like that, she's going to have, I'm sure, an opinion on the whole. Amy from Regenesis, see if she'll take our call this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Amy. How are you?
I am still half asleep.
Oh, you're still half asleep?
Yeah.
My gosh, how are you? Are you able to talk with us for a few minutes?
I am.
Oh, well, that's great. Amy, tell us what it is that you do at Regenesis Readings.
So I was born a psychic. I can talk to those. I can see a lot of things that people can't see. And I can see things that are coming in your future.
Oh, my gosh. I'm having some technical problems with my phone here. Can you still hear me, Amy? I've got a ghost or a goblin interfering with my phone this morning. Let's try.
It could be something connected to me.
Okay, there we go. I think I can hear you better. So I'm sorry. Can you repeat that for me?
So I was born a psychic medium, so I was born with knowing, like, things that are going to happen to other people, maybe not myself.
Oh.
And the ability to see people who have crossed over, speak to them, as well as other things that are a little bit on the more frightening side.
Okay. So what are some of the more dramatic things that you have encountered over the years?
There's so many. And I was thinking about this last night. What was I going to talk about? So I'm going to talk about, so sometimes when I do readings, things attach to me. So I'm not sure if you know much about attachments.
No.
Okay. So they'll come, this is going to sound completely insane, but sometimes I'll wake up with burn marks on my stomach or scratches on my stomach. So there's things like that happen. A lot of times I have things just fly across the room. Crazy things. I was living in a house in Winnipeg Beach that was extremely haunted. There had been somebody in there who had ended their own life. So if me and my daughters, who were teenagers at the time, had heated energy, which is clearly something that happens a lot when you have teenagers, things would fly. And when I say fly, I had a hammer fly off. Why it was on the top of my fridge, goodness only knows. But that came right at me. Pictures would dance down the wall. Lights would do all kinds of crazy things.
Oh, my God. And so is this a disturbance that is something natural? It's something that has, how do you explain this?
I don't. I wish I could explain. Some things are explainable, some things aren't. We actually had Winnipeg Paranormal come investigate the house, and they had found 7 entities attached to that house in particular. But even though me and my children are very sensitive, so psychic, we only could sense 2 of them in that house. So sometimes things are still attached to a property. So if you've had a tragic death occur on your property, like death by suicide or a murder, things like that, they tend to stay there. They don't have that ability to cross over. The one entity in that house never wanted to leave. He was waiting for his mom, right? So it's not like there's some people that you can get to cross to the other side, and there's some that are just stuck to the property, and they probably won't be able to cross over till, somebody, like he was waiting for his mom, probably not until she dies in real life, right? For all that to happen.
Something that I've often thought is that there's a tear, like a tear in the dimensions potentially.
Fabric.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm thinking that it's just, one of those things that do you think that that is possible? And the reason I ask is because we make a big deal about the traumatic experiences, somebody who has been murdered or somebody that's died nefariously, and that has. But do you ever have happy ones or ones where people are just, they're just trying to reach out? Hey, how's it going? There's a tear here, and I'm gonna.
That's I think because it's an everyday experience to me, it doesn't stand out to me. So I can remember my first medium experience, and I was a baby. Like I have memory back to when I was 6 months old. And I could see people that, as a child, even though they're not connected to you. So, to me, that happens hundreds of times a day. So it's
wow.
Just part of my everyday. So, yeah, I have a lot of grandmas or moms or dads coming through to send love or to give that parental advice from the other side. So lots of happy things, too. But it seems like I do get a lot of the heavier things, too, like I said, the attachments or things flying or a lot of that. But energy is interesting, right? You just expect the unexpected is the best way to put it. It kind of freaks out people who know me, who don't typically see things. And, when around me, they do experience energy is shifting, the room gets colder. They hear whispers in their ear. So sometimes I think I amplify things for other people. So all of us mediums, we all have different gifts and different abilities. So I do believe that's one of mine. And sometimes it's the good feelings. It's not always those heebie-jeebie ones. But since it's Halloween, everyone seems to be excited about all things scary and that go bump in the night.
Amy, we have to run. You have been a gem. Thank you so much for being on our show today. Regenesis Readings, we're going to link up to, you have a Facebook page, correct? We'll put that on our website.
I absolutely do.
Okay, and so people can contact you. Do you do this obviously professionally?
I do. That's my Monday to Friday.
Wow. Full-time speaking with the spirits.
Thank you for having me, and happy Halloween.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Amy. Happy Halloween. Take care. And again, Amy is from Regenesis Readings, and we will make sure to provide the contact information for you after the show on our website at TylerGlenShow.com. We've got to get to some Sunseeker comments on ghosts. We are going to get back to a beach break. I got to get a mustache. I'm on the search for a mustache for my Tom Selleck costume. We're going to talk to Matthew, Winnipeg Ghost Walk. Carolyn from Fort Garry. Tina, locally, has seen a girl wandering First Street in Brandon. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Are you a believer? Kay Nixto says, my brother and I saw one in our old house. We saw it both at the same time. Bernice says, I have a video of my dog and 3 orbs drifted into the video. The dog appeared to be aware and seemed to watch one of them. I only saw it after watching the video. I should have asked Amy about that. I wondered about Dizzy, because Dizzy is often wandering like this, just out of the blue, and then goes this way, and then back this way. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are you looking at, dog? We're going to check out Zumba Bernice's video in just a second. We've got a scary video to share. Now is the time because it's Halloween, boys and girls. Oh, it's just a thriller.
Rising, feel the beat.
Let's go back to Jekyll, Georgia.
Corners, creepy feet. Daylight gone, it's time to play. Move through together, night and day. Zombies grooving, mommy spin. Witches laughing, join the din. Vampire dancing, parties on. Till the dawn, we rock the lawn. Zombies grooving, mommy spin. Witches laughing, join the din. Vampires dancing, parties on. Till the dawn, we rock the lawn. Monster dance, come alive. Feel the rhythm, take the dive. Sun seekers in disguise. Halloween, we rise. Spooky shadows take the floor. Ghouls and goblins asking more. Pumpkin heads do the twist. Skeletons don't resist. Rats are flying, ghosts and two. Underneath the glowing moon. Freaky moves all around. Party, feel the sound. Monster dance, come alive. Feel the rhythm, take the dive. Sun seekers in disguise. Halloween, we rise.
Oh, yeah, Sunseekers, happy Halloween. Jekyll Island, Georgia, not a super scary place, got a scary name at least, as we take a look at southern Manitoba on this Halloween, October the 31st. Again, please be safe. Happy Halloween, trick-or-treaters, and have a great time tonight. Hope you get lots of candy, lots of spooking in you. And we've got more ghost stories and hauntings coming up on the show, including our very own Sunseeker, Zumba Bernice, seeing orbs too. Gotta get them on. Your forecast calls for a cloudy Halloween, but at least it'll be mild. We should see a high of 6 degrees today, and by the time the kids are trick-or-treating, should hover around 2 or 3 degrees, which is not too bad for this time of year. Normal is 4, and no snow on the ground definitely helps things out. It's going to make it feel a lot warmer than it has in previous years. So good news there. What's the weekend like? Our first weekend in November. Don't forget there's a time change coming up. We'll be falling back an hour this Saturday. And it's going to be gorgeous. Sunshine and 10. I thought the double digits were gone. Apparently not. Absolutely stunning, beautiful weather planned for Saturday. Rain and 8 on Sunday. And sunshine to start our first full week of November. You're up to date in the forecast, taking a look at how everyone else's Halloween is shaping up across North America. If you're lurking in from another part of the continent, or maybe got some friends or family in other parts of North America, this is how things are really going to develop as the day goes on. It's definitely cool in the west. It's going to be a cool Halloween in the west and warmer in the east this year for Halloween. Now our Sunseekers in chat, not to be left out, are also seeing some pretty scary stuff. We're going to have yet another special guest joining us in just a second to talk more. Matthew is going to talk to us about the Winnipeg Ghost Walk in just a second. But first, Zumba Bernice says that she has got a video that shows the orbs and her puppy dog. She didn't see the orbs until she was done playing with the dog. Let's have a look together. Look for the orbs. Look for the orbs, the ghosts that are going to appear in this video. Here it is. Here we go. Playing. Cute little puppy. That is a heck of a big stick he's got going. Oh. The dog is looking around. What is going on? Looks like dust particles. Dog is playing. But no, it's ghost. I think it's a ghost. See, he's looking. He's looking. Dizzy does that too. You wonder, what are they looking at? Can they see a dimension that we cannot see? Tosh says that I stayed at my twin cousin's house and the old style sliding windows would open and the bathroom taps would turn on when you're having a bath. So creepy. Wow. Cindy's always wanted to see a medium. Everyone's calling for a mustache. Tracy is on the hunt. She's going to be late for work. I promise I will get one and I will take a picture for later today. I promise. Jester at y'all service today. I'm Jester today. Happy Halloween, Molly. Very hard to see them, but they are visible in the video, those orbs. Ghosts, are they real? The most haunted places in Manitoba. We've got it coming up for you. Because we've got a major center close to us, Winnipeg has a lot of those places, and we are going to call Matthew here from the Winnipeg Ghost Walk and see if he can shed some light on some of the stuff that he has seen and some of the places that they go to when they are doing their ghost walk. And coincidentally, the nice part is that this does not just happen at Halloween, apparently. So it's something that we can take part in. 365, I guess. See if I can get hold of him.
Hello, folks. You have found the office of Square Peg Tours. Sorry I missed your call. But
Okay, that might be the wrong number. I'm just going to try another number here. I'm going to reach out directly on the Facebook. Dun, 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 dun. Give me 2 seconds here so that I can get... There we go. Well, 898-4678. Well, that didn't work out too good. I thought that was his number there. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle. Sorry for the delay. Let me try that number one more time. We may not be able to get a hold of him today. I said I'd be trying after 8 o'clock, but we'll do our best. 898-4678. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle.
hello, folks.
Hello, folks. That is not the number that we are going to be able to get a hold of him. Well, and I do apologize. Okay, Matthew Comas, Winnipeg Walk. Okay, so haunted places in Manitoba. Most haunted places. Fort Garry Hotel has got to be on this list. The Fort Garry Hotel, we have heard so many stories over the years about it being haunted, and we're going to take a look at some of the more haunted places in Manitoba as I try to get hold of Matthew here. Maybe at a different number. Let's have a look.
The 10 most haunted places in Manitoba. For those brave enough to venture into the spooky darkness, Manitoba has some scary places for you to explore. So if you're up for some paranormal activity or wanting to make your own Blair Witch Project, our province will keep you on your toes. Throughout Manitoba's history are a number of haunting ghost stories. Have you ever had that moment when you were bored in history class? Well, try being bored now. These dark, eerie historic sites will leave you spine-tingling. So if you're feeling brave enough, here are 10 haunted places you can visit in Manitoba. St. Norbert Monastery in St. Norbert. This former 19th century Trappist monastery is now an arts and cultural center. Vandals set the vacant chapel and monastery on fire, reducing its historic buildings to shells in 1983. Visitors have reported to the media about a feeling of being watched by apparitional figures while on the grounds, as well as hearing disembodied voices echoing in the building. Manitoba Legislative Building in Winnipeg. This building was opened in 1919 unfinished and $7 million over budget. Even today, elevator shafts remain empty. The hallway to the right of the grand staircase is an area known for its paranormal activity. Ben, a 27-year veteran security guard at the legislature, had always felt out of place when he entered an office room on the second floor. One evening, several mediums informed him that in that office, the specters of 3 men have meetings every night. They asked that Ben would knock and stop interrupting their meeting. Ben now knocks every night. Another apparitional figure known to haunt this legislative is a man in a suit with a top hat often seen on the grand staircase. Burton Cummings Theatre in Winnipeg. The paranormal activities are spectral applauding from empty seats, 200-pound steel doors moving by themselves, disembodied voices and whispers, doors creak open and close, including the kicked out of a wedge of wood that was used to block a door open, dogs barking at invisible material and light anomalies. Elmwood Cemetery in Winnipeg. This cemetery has been reported by the city's residents to have a spectral toddler named Joseph, who died in 1912. He plays in the cemetery, and may be the reason for an unexplained fog that sometimes rolls through. Fort Garry Hotel in Winnipeg. The most notorious level of this hotel is the second floor, which locates room 202. Guests to the room have reported waking up to find the dark silhouette of a figure in a robe or cloak standing at the end of the bed, which vanished before their eyes. There are also stories of maids cleaning the room reporting blood seeping from the walls, as this was the location of the rumored suicide of a woman named Kate because she learned that her newlywed husband lost his life in an automobile accident. Other reports have a woman in a ball gown appearing at the foot of a bed or wandering the hotel's hallways. Employees also report strange moaning noises that seem to echo from nowhere, and a phantom light is said to be sighted floating down the halls throughout the hotel. Le Musée de Saint Boniface Museum in Winnipeg. Apparitional sounds of monks chanting, children running, and playing in a full choir of women singing.
It's like the more historic buildings you have, the more likeliness you're going to have ghosts where
closed by themselves, as well as some reports of them resisting being opened. Other paranormal activities are light anomalies, a feeling of being watched, and lights flickering. Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre in Winnipeg. This theatre has a ghost that migrated from the original theatre that stood in this location, Dominion Theatre. George was the wheelchair-bound son of the Dominion's caretaker, and he makes himself known by playing pranks. His antics often tell whether or not he approves of a particular show or performer. Mallard Lodge in Delta Marsh. An anonymous construction worker who fell into the foundation while it was being built in 1932. Apparitional footsteps have been heard by visitors, and he wanders by in the windows of the station in winter while the facility is closed. Other paranormal activity includes lights turning off and on by themselves. An anonymous former groundskeeper whose apparition also roams this building, wanders the grounds, and rings a bell when no one is near it. St. Andrews on the Red in St. Andrews. This church was built between 1845 and 1849. St. Andrews was consecrated by a Church of England bishop named David Anderson on December 15, 1849. Specters of a man in black and woman in white drift through the cemetery at night. A ghostly car coming out of nowhere has also been described by witnesses, as well as the sighting of 2 red eyes staring out through the dark. Roslyn Square Apartments in Winnipeg. These apartments are haunted by a tall dark shadow that stomps down hallways. Paranormal investigators say this ghost is the building's former architect, who went crazy, hence the unusual layout of these apartments. Canadian Explorer, the 10 most haunted places in Manitoba.
Yeah, so, one of the areas they did not have on there was Assiniboine College. Now, this is the campus where they have the food program, and I don't want to freak anybody out, but there has been widely discussed that could also be a place, one of the top 10 places in Manitoba where hauntings could be taking place. Jason says the 3-story brick building across from Giant Tiger on Ellis. He says, every time I go by there, I swear there's people in the window, and that is not open. That's not an open building. Well, it could be squatters, I guess. But Rachel says it's the Masonic Temple. It used to be a restaurant back in the days. I worked there when it was called Mother Truckers. I've seen some crazy stuff working at that place. Tables moving by themselves. I even saw a man sitting smoking a cigar one time, said Rachel. We got Matthew's number here. So we're going to give Matthew a call. Now we can get a hold of him to see what other parts of Winnipeg are worthy of.
Hello, Matthew speaking.
Matthew speaking. We're getting a hold of you. Thank you so much, Matthew Comas of Winnipeg Ghost Walk. Thanks for joining the show today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me.
Happy Halloween. So tell us about your favorite places to take people in Winnipeg to scare the hell out of them.
I guess one of my favorite places would be Seven Oaks House, which is the oldest house in Winnipeg. It's a Red River settlement house. We're going back to the basically early 1850s. In fact, part of the house goes back to the 1830s. And at least 12 people have died in that house.
Whoa.
Now, it's not that there was some, murder or something. It's just, it's an old house. They didn't have a hospital to go to. They didn't have senior homes. They didn't have things like that. So with so many people dying, with the house being so old, a lot of things have gone on, including the most commonest people hear, like footsteps on the porch, footsteps coming down the stairs, and when no one else is in the house, hearing people like walking above you.
Wow. And so how many years have you been doing this, and have you ever personally experienced anything extremely weird during your Winnipeg ghost tours?
So I've been doing it now for 15 years, and I can't say necessarily much has happened during a tour, though we did have one which the lights outside one building started doing some really strange things. But outside of the tours, while I've explored or researched some of these buildings, strange things have definitely happened. For example, I was in the Pantages Theater showing a group through, and the group had just left, and I needed to go into the basement to turn off the lights. And this is an old vaudeville theater, over 100 years old. And the basement is known for the ghost of a young girl sort of wandering around. Now, I can't say that I saw the ghost, but it's a creepy place. It hasn't really been renovated or updated in a very long time. So after flipping off the lights and coming on stage, there was a hat in the middle of the stage, which on its own maybe doesn't sound that strange, but we had just been on the stage and there were no sets, there were no costumes, there were no props. We were taking some photos on the stage. So I don't see any way we would have missed this hat. Someone would have tripped on it, picked it up, used it in the photo, but it was sitting dead center, this old style hat right in the middle of the stage. But at that point I decided I'm in this building by myself. It's getting to be later at night, and I really don't need to explore anymore. So that night I headed out. So I can't say I saw the ghost, but it was definitely a little bit weird.
Wow. And so when you do this tour, obviously you're getting some people from all over Manitoba, maybe all over the world, that are there for entertainment. Are they there for science purposes? I mean, what is this tour all about? And is it only at Halloween?
So it's largely only at Halloween. We do sometimes do group tours throughout the year, but most of the public tours are in the fall. We've discussed doing summer tours, but the challenge in the summer is it's still bright out. So you can do a tour, but it's not quite the same. And of course, it often, doesn't get dark to 9:30, 10 o'clock. So that makes it a little bit harder in the summer. But I see people come wanting to hear scary story. It's quite a mixture. Some people want to learn just more about their city. We do get some tourists. Sometimes the tourists will tell us every city they visit, they like to find the local ghost tour. So that's almost like a thing they do, like on their list when they travel is, is there a ghost tour that I can take to learn more about the place and to hear these different stories. We don't tend to do, say, investigating, that science aspect.
Right.
I work with Square Peg Tours, and they will sometimes do tours like that. But mine tend to be more focused on storytelling.
All right. And so one of the more famous ones, I think if you had to pick one haunted place in Winnipeg, the one that jumps out to me, and of course we're in Brandon, but the one that jumps out to me is the Fort Garry Hotel and the Lady in Blue. Would you say that's probably the most famous one in the city or no?
Yeah, it would be hard to pick one that wasn't quite as well known as that one. That one always seems to be featured when there's like across Canada lists. If Winnipeg's on the top 10 haunted spots in Canada, it's almost always the Fort Garry. The hotel itself has kind of embraced the reputation too of having the ghost stories. And yeah, the woman is found in room 202, and it's supposed to be a tragic case of a newlywed couple where they were on their honeymoon, and the husband tragically perished, and overcome with grief, the wife, the very new sort of wife, kills herself in the room, and they say that's why it's haunted to this day. But they talk about a lot of other ghosts there, having a mysterious man spotted on the roof, a young child found on the 6th floor, and strange occurrences happening in the ballroom. So it seems like they have many different ghosts.
And lastly, before we let you go, it appears to me that the older the building is, the more likely it is that there's going to be something paranormal in there, it appears.
Yeah, that generally for the vast majority of buildings. And I think it's just because they have more history, more energy, more people. Like I mentioned with Seven Oaks House, all these people that have lived there and have died there and events that have taken place there. Well, if you have a 10-year-old house, it's probably not too likely that anyone's died there, that any major event has happened there. One exception is, I'd say, the Manitoba Theatre Centre is a newer building, 1970s. They don't have a history of any tragic event there, but they think their ghost moved from an old building to the new spot. But I would say most of the buildings in my books and on my tours tend to be at least 100 years old, if not older.
Absolutely fascinating. And man, we are so lucky to be able to connect with you. Matthew, so much. Thank you so much. Winnipeg, the Winnipeg Ghost Walk. Are you doing one tonight for Halloween?
We don't actually do on Halloween because it's not actually that busy. It sounds strange, but Halloween is not actually that busy a night. We do have one final tour tomorrow night, and there is still a few spots available.
Excellent. So check that out. They're on Facebook. I will link up to my website as well so that you can get a hold of the Winnipeg Ghost Walk. And then after the 1st of November, when's the next time? I guess it gets so cold it's hard to do. So do you fire it up in the springtime again, or when would be your next walk?
Yeah, usually we wait till the weather gets nice, but sometimes we'll do presentations. We've done it like seniors' homes and libraries, things like that. We can come in and do a in-person sort of presentation, and then once the weather's nice, we'll go back to doing the walks.
Excellent. Matthew Comas, Winnipeg Ghost Walk, thank you so much. Happy Halloween, and thanks for spending some time with us this morning. This is really good.
Yes, happy Halloween. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. Take care, bud.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That is Matthew Comas, and it's, I can't believe they're not doing it tonight. This would be like the scariest time to go out there. The spirits are churning. They're churning. The spirits are saying, oh, listen, you can hear them. Listen, you can hear the spirits. They're saying, I need a cinnamon bun. Hey, tomorrow is Cinnamon Day. And there is no better way to celebrate Cinnamon Day than with a beautiful cinnamon bun or cinnamon roll from our friends at Kuiper's Family Bakery. That's what we're going to do. And I hope you join me because they have got some great treats at Kuiper's Family Bakery. I know you're going to be in for it. Check out Kuiper's Family Bakery for not just beautiful cinnamon buns, but they've got monster cookies. They have got, of course, your hamburger and hot dog buns. They've got your sausage rolls, pizza buns. My favorite's a pizza bun. That's my treat. Trick or treat. Can you put a pizza bun in my bag, please? Thank you very much. The irresistible flavors of Kuiper's Family Bakery, 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner, beside Tasties. Happy Halloween to our friends at Auto Fashion. It's scary. You want scary? Hail. Hail is scary. And when it hits your vehicle, you're, oh, where do I turn? Well, I'm going to turn to MPI. Or if you're in Saskatchewan, it's SGI. But then you need to find an SGI and MPI accredited place to get it fixed, and that's where Auto Fashion comes in. They'll take care of you. They're accredited. They'll get you a $50 restaurant gift card. Once that insurance claim is processed, they'll give you a courtesy car even. Auto Fashion in Brandon at 255 17th Street North, behind Lee's Buffet, next to the car wash. Look for the big green A's. And our friends at Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, the official oil change of the Tyler Glen Show. We mentioned this yesterday. We'll mention it again today, that Murray's has announced that they have got their special breakfast happening in December in support of the Brandon Regional Health Foundation. The holiday pancake breakfast goes December the 6th from 7:30 a.m. till 10 a.m. at the dealership on 1500 Richmond Avenue. $12.50 per person, cash and card accepted, and that's always a good time. Great way to kick off the holiday season. I know it's Halloween right now, but just to put that on your radar for December the 6th. And tomorrow is the grand prize draw for our contest to see Hunter Hayes. We're going to be live streaming from the Skydancer Casino on Saturday. We will take this show on the road. If you are in the Melita area, the Deloraine area, Boissevain, or you're going to make the trek, you're going to come and see Hunter Hayes. I want crazy, and I want to make you feel wanted. Now that's some real scary stuff right there. I want crazy. All you got to do is tag a friend that you'd have some crazy fun with. You get a bonus entry if you include a picture. And we have had so many entries. Thank you so much. Today is the last day to play I Want Crazy. I Want Crazy. And it is so fun when we take our show on the road. We'll be live streaming from 4 until 6 on Saturday. And Solange and Jarek are also dressed like Magnum PI like I am this morning. Look at these two. That's one of our entries. Looking good, guys. They want to have some crazy fun on Saturday. Well done. That's just one of a number of entries. Oh, this is Jenna and Allie. Oh, these two look like they want to have some fun. Okay, look out. They want to have some fun Saturday at the casino. Thank you again for all your entries. Today is the last day. It's I Want Crazy with Skydancer Casino. They got the water park, the food, and the great games. It's only 90 minutes south of Brandon. But again, just a quick note, if you are going to enter the contest, please keep in mind you need a valid passport. It is in the U.S. I know it's a short drive, but you're crossing the border, and they're going to need a passport. But then on the other side, you'll see me. We'll be live streaming 4 till 6 on Saturday, where the sky's the limit at the Skydancer Casino. More Halloween fun straight ahead. Holy cow, we have had so many special guests. So much ghostly fun, and we're just getting started. Back to Jekyll Beach this morning. Beautiful sunrise. Jekyll Beach, Georgia. Happy Halloween! Laughing, join the din. Empire dancing, parties on till the dawn. We rock the lawn. Zombies grooving, mummies spin. Witches laughing, join the din. Vampires dancing, parties on till the dawn. We rock the lawn. Monster dance, come alive.
goblins asking more. Pumpkin heads do the twist. Skeletons don't resist. Rats are flying, ghosting too. Underneath the glowing moon. Freaky moves all around. Party, feel the sound. Monster dance, come alive. Feel the rhythm, take the dive. Sign seekers in disguise. Halloween, we rise.
Yeah, we rise. Okay, so does this look like a mustache then? Will this be a mustache? There, are you happy? That looks terrible. I look like another guy with a mustache that we're not going to talk about right now. You know, that's a brutal mustache. Ow. I need to find a better mustache. I promise I will. That was Jekyll Beach, Georgia. Happy Halloween, Sunseekers. Let's see what's going on in southern Manitoba. Everybody wants to know, what's the weather gonna be like for the trick-or-treaters? It's going to be not bad. We don't have any snow, which is nice. Hey, no snow. -3. We'll see +6 this afternoon. And we'll see about +2 when the kids hit the street and go trick-or-treating tonight, which is really nice. Really, really nice. Compared to what we have had previous years, that's for sure. So, yeah, it is going to be nice on Saturday. Man, sunshine at 10 degrees. Oh, my God. Our normal's 4. Don't forget, we change our clocks. We fall back an hour. On Saturday. All right. So happy trick-or-treating. Be safe, you guys. Again, for drivers, please watch for trick-or-treaters. They're not paying attention. They're all over the place. They have no clue. And, yeah, let's get back into the beach bunker and talk more hauntings. Some of the comments that came in locally for the ghost stories, the spirits that you have seen, some of the more haunted places that we have found in southwestern Manitoba. A lot of different farmyards potentially are haunted, especially, we talked about this earlier, those with old buildings on them. Quinn says there is apparently a haunted school in Brandon. Well, and again, Assiniboine College up on the hill is one that stands out for me that I've heard of before. Cindy says, are you doing a haunted AI story today? You know what? We have so many guests lined up to come on the show. I'm not sure we'll have time. If we do have time, we might be able to squeak that in before we have to go. Tosh says, when I was 15 in my own let me get a scary story. We got to get the scary music going. We got to make this festive. It is Halloween after all. If you've got one to add, please let us know. Tosh says, when I was 15 in my own place, a light came through my bedroom window, wrapped around me and a couple of friends, and went back out the window again. So creepy. Cha 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 cha. Cock, cock. Tina says there is a little girl on First Street, and apparently there is a story to tell from Tina. And I'm going to try and get in touch with Tina right now so that she can tell us this story. Oh, that's a little loud. I apologize.
Hello?
Tina.
Hi. Hi.
Tina, thank you so much for joining us. It's Tyler.
Hi.
Happy Halloween, Tina.
Happy Halloween.
Okay, so I appreciate you making time for us. Tell me about this little girl on First Street. What is your experience? What is going on here? What happened exactly?
Well, this was like over 20 years ago, about 2001, 2002. We were living on First Street on the second floor apartment. We were sitting in at the kitchen table having coffee, and then I seen this little girl with long dark hair in a white nightgown come up the stairs and turn into my bedroom. My bedroom was just off the stairs. And I turned to my husband and I said, I just seen a little girl walk into our room. And he went walking into the bedroom. He was looking around and there's 2 closets in the bedroom. And he looked and said, there's nothing. She wasn't in there. She disappeared. And he was in, yeah. And he goes like, she's not there.
Okay, so and just for the record, Tina, you and I, although we may have seen each other's content on Facebook, we have never spoken before, correct? We've never spoken, you and I.
No.
So this is not something that I could just say, okay, let's come up with this concoction and pull the wool over people's eyes and have some fun. This is is something that really. So it was on First Street. I guess there's other people that live there now, so we really don't want to mention the address, do we?
No, it's like, yeah, it's on First Street, and I've told this story to a lot of people. So,
and so, when you first saw, what was your first thought when you saw the little girl? Did you think that somebody had broken into your house, or, like what is going through your mind at first sight? Because I would have pooped my pants, Tina.
I thought maybe like my daughter was home from school, but
okay.
But they just left. And but then I realized that this little girl was wearing a white nightgown.
And so, what could you make anything out about her? Like any facial features? Did she have long hair?
Yeah, it was long, dark hair.
Kind of like what you see in the movies, really? Like,
no, not really. No, it was like really long, dark hair, right down her back, and she was maybe about 5 or 6 years old.
Holy
and
cow.
Then I didn't see her face because she just came up the stairs and just turned into the bedroom. And you can hear when people are coming up the stairs. And I just happened to see her walk into the bedroom.
Wow. And so have you ever seen anything since? Have you ever had any other encounters? What do you think this might have been, Tina? Was this somebody just trying to send you a message from beyond, or what do you think this was?
I think it was just something that I just happened to see. Like I never ever saw her again. Never saw her again, even though I've had after that we would have certain things happen, like a door slamming. The door would slam in my kid's bedroom. Things would the kitchen cupboards, the drawers would be open. Just little things like that. But I never seen her again.
And so, was it an older home that you lived in on First Street?
Yes.
It was, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that is something else. And I bet you're glad that you don't live there anymore.
Yeah. After, we were only there for another year, and then that was it. It wasn't really, that scary, but it was just kind of alarming to see something like that.
That is incredible. Wow. Tina, thank you so much. I wish you a happy Halloween. I'm glad that this girl isn't chasing you around anywhere.
Me too.
maybe it could have been a Lost Girl Guide trying to sell you some Girl Guide cookies. Who knows? No. If it was only that explainable. Tina, thank you so much for sharing. I really do appreciate it. It helped to make our Halloween show special. Thank you so much. Have a happy Halloween, okay?
Yeah, happy Halloween.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was great that Tina could join. One of the people commenting about ghosts and spirits in our own town, in our own backyard. The spirits among us on this very scary night. So when you are out trick-or-treating tonight, you may come across something spooky, thinking, "Oh, it's just a trick-or-treater." Oh no, they would play among us tonight. Justin says, as bad as when I was sleeping on my friend's couch. He says this on Facebook. I was sleeping on my friend's couch. Woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and felt my head in someone's lap, petting my forehead. I thought, now this is weird. Normally, you'd think to yourself, hey, wait a second, I'm passed out at a party and somebody is trying to get fresh with me. No, that wasn't one of those situations, was it, Justin? Because while the petting is occurring, Justin is seeing nobody there. This happened here, locally. Nobody is there. And he apparently this apparition is petting Justin's head. His forehead. It didn't stop, and that was the day I believed them when they said that the house was haunted. So there are haunted houses in our area. Several. It was friendly, so I went back to sleep. I wouldn't be able to go back to sleep, Justin. I would be having to get up to change my shorts. My shorts would be filled with pudding. Not the good kind of pudding. I'm a big baby. You know, even the videos that people have been sending in, the videos, if you're just scrolling past on one of the social medias, we had people sending in video. They got their phones and they're trying to catch their husbands snoring. Oh, look, I'll get proof that he snores like a damn chainsaw. And they catch a ghost. They catch an orb. Bernice had her dog. Hey, look at my dog's doing tricks. The orbs. And for what it's worth, before the show started, I randomly took a whole bunch of pictures of the Beach Bunker studio as it's all decked out. And we'll see what happens. See if anything appears on there. And again, in all seriousness, I took some pictures because, we decorated a little bit, as you can tell. Maybe something will appear, maybe something won't. I just wanted to show off from the behind the scenes. So look for those pictures a little bit later. We have one more guest to join us. Maybe we'll do some AI story time. And I want to make sure to get to this last item. Are you familiar with the Rocky Horror Picture Show? It is a cult classic movie. Let's do the time warp again. Big at Halloween. You know the right. Meatloaf is in it. So before the Rocky Horror Picture Show was done, there was another movie produced in 1974. I think Rocky Horror was 77. 1974, there was a movie made called Phantom of the Paradise. It's awful. Phantom of the Paradise. And it was a huge flop. It was released at the same time as Young Frankenstein and The Godfather Part 2. And it was a huge flop for the movie studios in 1974. And the reason I'm talking about it is because there was one city where they couldn't stop showing it. And it was Winnipeg. Winnipeg loved this movie. And I'm going to play, hopefully we'll get to the trailer before our show is done. Phantom, if not, I'll post it on my website. But it's awful, and I can't wait to watch it tonight. I think I'm going to make it part of my Halloween tonight. Phantom of the Paradise. It played for 18 straight weeks at the defunct Garrick Theatre in Winnipeg, while it only ran for a couple of weeks in Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary. It lost a ton of cash. People in Winnipeg, and they had never seen anything quite like it, where one city took to a movie and it was a local hit. Like, it was a super big, and I can't wait to watch it. It's awful, but I can't wait to see what is so endearing about it to Manitobans. Yellow Jacket said, I love that movie, seen it in Winnipeg, along with literally thousands and thousands of other people. It was a huge hit in Winnipeg, and I don't know why. The trailer is god-awful. It reminds me a lot of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and we'll take a look at that coming up in a second. First, I want to get one more special guest on the show for us this morning, Carolyn Weiss. And Carolyn is with the Lower Fort Garry group. If I had known this when we went on field trips back in the day, that Lower Fort Garry was this haunted, I would have been paying much, much more attention when we were on the tours.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Carolyn, thanks for making a few minutes for us.
Oh, of course. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for inviting me on.
So Carolyn Weiss is with the Friends of Lower Fort Garry, and of course today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, Carolyn, and tell us how scary Lower Fort Garry is.
Well, Lower Fort Garry is a National Historic Site that was built in 1836, and over the years it's been used for many different things. It started out as a Hudson's Bay Company fort, so that there were a lot of fur traders going through there, and then it turned into the first training grounds for the Northwest Mounted Police, or as we know it, the RCMP, and then it became actually the home for Manitoba's first insane asylum and first penitentiary.
Whoa.
So we have a lot of great spooky history on this site. And we are excited about Halloween because the ghosts that we have here are strong and fun. So every year we offer a ghost tour program, and this year we had quite a great turnout, and we had a lot of experiences from our staff even this year. We have ghosts that are either from the 1850s that are fur traders, or we have ghosts that have lived in the penitentiary for a period of time, and we have ghosts that have come through and we don't know where they're from. So it makes for quite an exciting adventure when you walk through the site.
I was saying earlier, you know, as kids, they used to take us on tours of Lower Fort Garry, and I would have paid a lot more attention had they told me the whole place was haunted. I'll tell you. That is really
That's a true point.
It's interesting. It's so interesting. Now, I have to ask you yourself personally, have you encountered any of the ghosts at Lower Fort Garry?
I have. Actually, before I joined the Friends of Lower Fort Garry, I actually worked with Parks Canada as a costumed interpreter when I was doing my university training. So when I was going through school, in summers, I was out here. So I spent a lot of time here on the site. I've been on the site since 2000, actually. I've been in some capacity on this site. So it's I've got my own fun adventures. So sometimes it's as simple as walking into a building and it just feels like you're not alone in it. And it's just that sort of eerie feeling. And sometimes it's as much as seeing someone walk by you and thinking, oh, well, I have to go greet that visitor. And then you go greet that visitor and there's no one there. So it's quite an adventure because you're like, wait, I saw someone. So my favorite story actually is in the central building. It's called the Big House. So it is the building where the upper class officers reside with their families. And you have to sit, when you're working as Parks Canada interpreters, you sit in different sections to greet visitors. So when they walk through, they see someone in costume that would have lived in that space or worked in that space, and you talk to them like it's 1851. And so I was sitting there waiting for visitors to come through, and I saw someone walk up to the door that enters into the room where I was. So I, quickly get ready to stand up and talk to them, and there was no one there. And at that point, of course, the first time it happens, you think, oh, I just wasn't paying attention, light playing trick on my eyes, that sort of thing. You sort of brush it off, right? Well, by the third time of that happening and me seeing someone walk by the door, I got up and I thought, oh, maybe my coworkers are walking back and forth. And I went to the front of the house and there was no one there. They said, we've been sitting here at the front. We haven't had any visitors come through. So I don't know who's at the back with you. So I went back to my station and I paid a little bit more attention this time. And the last time that I did see her that day was a woman in a long purple dress that was walking past the door to go down the stairs.
Oh.
And it was quite a feeling. Now, it's a little bit different when you're there during the day and you see these things. It gives you the sort of hair in the back of your neck goes up. But when you walk around this site at night and you're alone and it's dark out here, you wonder what's coming with you.
Oh, my God. You know, you could probably charge people a heck of a lot of money on a night like tonight to go camping at the Lower Fort Garry. Say, look, we're going to set up some tents. We're not going to disturb a thing. We're just going to set the tents up and sit there, and we're going to listen and see what we can hear. See if there's any premonitions or ghosts walking around. That would scare the hell out of anybody. Oh, my gosh. That is so interesting. That is great. So, do you do any special Halloween type of programming at the fort, or it's just kind of the ghosts and that type of stuff is kind of incorporated into the traditional programming, or how does that work exactly? Oh, are you still there? We lost her. Oh, are you there?
Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Are you there?
Our ghost,
Sorry.
the ghost took us down.
Probably.
They were not happy that we discussed them. They didn't like my idea of camping. Oh my gosh. So tell us, sorry about that, Carolyn. Tell us what's going on.
Okay. It probably was the ghost, let's be honest. They're probably around here with me. So we do have a specific ghost program in October. We do it on Friday, Saturday nights in October. You do a ghost tour. You walk through a historic guide and you wander through the site. It's candlelit. It's very creepy. We tell the stories, the true stories that have been passed down by the staff and volunteers and visitors, etc. So we've got all that stuff sort of bundled up and we talk about it, and it's quite an adventure. Our hope is next summer doing some ghost tours as well during the evenings. So what I always tell people is to pay attention to our website, which is friendsoflowerfortgarry.com, or our social media pages, because we will keep you up to date on what we're offering for that.
That is fantastic. And I'm going to link up on my website too. So again, if you are just tuning in and just scrolling by and going, what the heck? I had no idea it was all haunted. I thought it was just pelts and, folks dressed in these fancy costumes and the big rock fort walls and stuff. No, there's ghosts in there too at the Lower Fort Garry.
A lot of people coming through. Right? A lot of people live there. A lot of people had major live events there. And so it tends to hold the spirits on. In addition, we are near the river. Water is quite an energy source for spirits. And we are limestone. And if you speak to any ghost hunters, limestone is the rock to have spirits.
Wow. Fascinating. Carolyn, you are so amazing for spending time with us. Thank you for making time. Happy Halloween. And again, all my best to the friends of Lower Fort Garry. Thanks for making our Halloween even that more spooky for us today.
All right. Happy Halloween to you as well.
Happy Halloween, Carolyn. Thanks again.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. That is, they should really do the camp out. No, I'm not going to do it. No, don't look at me. I'm not going to camp. I camp out in a regular forest and I crap my pants, let alone in a haunted place like that. Lindy's got to go fly on her broom and go bye-bye. Oh, man, our time is winding down. Look at this. We timed it perfectly. So, Phantom of the Paradise. This is so dumb. Oh, my God. It's cheesy. It's awful. It's right up there with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But this movie, one of the most successful movies to ever play in Winnipeg. And it was a complete failure for 20th Century Fox, but here's the
20th Century Fox presents Phantom of the Paradise, a gothic horror story.
What was that?
Our love. A beautiful love story.
Love, baby, like a circus.
A cinematic odyssey through the rock universe.
I love the voiceover guy.
From Greece to glitter.
Wow!
And beyond. The story of a sound, the man who created it, the girl who sang it, the monster who stole it, and the phantom who haunts the paradise, the ultimate rock palace. Phantom of the Paradise.
My music is for Phoenix. Only she can sing it. Anyone else that tries dies.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Well, you told me one time that you'd be somebody that you weren't.
I think they got the idea for Rocky Horror Picture Show from this movie. It's got that same feel to it.
Man, you better get yourself a castrato for this.
Paul Williams as Swan.
And the angels that defeated them.
I want you to stop terrorizing the paradise and rewrite your cantata.
And the Phantom.
Stop and try me, only you might satisfy me,
Phantom of the Paradise.
There really is the Phantom.
Okay. That is awful. That's truly, and you know, when you have something so bad, something so awful that it circles around to great, that's Phantom of the Paradise. Quentin says, I guess they're doing some shows in Winnipeg, actually, and he's going. They're going to do a meet and greet. Well, of course they are, because it is one of the biggest movies of all time in Winnipeg only. I don't know why, but I really am curious, and I'm going to dig around a little bit because it even sounds like the Rocky Horror Picture Show a little bit. 1974, this one comes out, and then the Rocky Horror Picture Show comes out in 77. And I'm thinking they certainly got inspiration from it, that's for sure. But anyway, safe travels and have a good time at the Phantom. Boys and girls, I hope you have enjoyed our Halloween extravaganza. It has been my pleasure taking you on a guided tour of haunted places right here in Manitoba. I hope that you have an awesome Halloween and that you are scared even just a little bit, because that's what the holiday is all about. And, of course, all those treats. Get your pumpkins ready to go and let's get doing it, because Halloween is here. Thank you so much for joining us, Sun Seekers. We are the show where bright rays and good vibes collide. Yes, we do. We have lots of fun each day. But now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye for now, but it's not the end. We'll see you soon, like the sun. Once again, thank you, Sun Seekers, for being here. Thank you to our special guests for coming on the show and making Halloween extra spooky for us today. We'll be back again tomorrow. Grand prize draw with a Hunter Hayes contest. We're going to talk to Zumba Bernice about our European travels. And, of course, we'll have you, the star of the show. You'll be talking about your Halloween. You'll be showing me your pumpkins and your costumes and all the good stuff involved with Halloween. So I do hope you have an amazing Halloween. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween to all the Sun Seekers. We love you. Stay safe. Happy Halloween. Stay safe. We hope you have an amazing trick-or-treat night. We'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, take care, guys.